Mikaya se takoshia kwa ia kanihi. Ashaya kota kashia taka. Isakwa e takoshia. Mikaya so. Teha machia. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's collective tune-up. And today it is all about keeping a high vibe. And this has arisen out of a couple of experiences that I've had recently. One of them is meeting a woman who had contacted me through my website, and it turns out we live in the same community. And this person is one of the most joyful, sincerely joyful, intentionally joyful people I have ever met in my life. She is consciously aware that being joyful is the way to be. And this doesn't mean that we don't look at the things that are going on in our lives and that we get pulled into situations where we don't feel joyful. And that's very real. But what I realize at this time with other things that have also happened recently is that there is a lot that wants to pull us out of joyfulness. And the mass consciousness, for one, is that because so many people are focused on what's falling apart, that there's that frequency in the collective of getting caught up. Oh my goodness. Our messenger, the crow, is right outside the window. I have never seen anything like this. Oh my goodness, I just get so excited when things like this happen because nature is speaking. He's coming now practically right to my door outside the window. Crow is the messenger. And yesterday I just shared a story about a crow it used to live in my backyard, in the tree in my backyard. And my friend and I, who do the light language every Wednesday just to offer a gift to the world, one day when we were starting, we were going to bring through light language for the little babies that had been buried at the residential schools that had been just uncovered in British Columbia. And the moment we started working, I heard a bang outside my window, and I had to go out and look. It sounded like a gunshot, and the crow that had been living in my tree, there were a pair, they were nesting there. It had such a unique call. It electrocuted itself on the top of the power pole somehow. And I knew immediately, crow is the messenger. I learned this from a First Nations woman where I had another experience about a bird sacrificing itself, were her words. And I knew that crow was taking our message all the way to the great creator, all the way to creator. It lost its life so that it could carry the message of what we were doing to creator. And here I am today, like I've never seen a bird land on that little, I have a climbing plant, and it's landed on the trellis right outside my window and just looked in the window at me, this huge crow. Okay, thanks for letting me have my moment of getting excited about nature, because I notice nature comes when I do the light language. It was the same as one of my light language where the snake showed up, and snakes usually run from people. And I was sitting on a log and a rocky beach and doing the light language. I had my eyes closed, and then I heard something on the rocks, and I opened my eyes, and the snake was practically right beside my foot. It was coming up as well to see what was going on, and snake is transformation. So, okay, I guess this message is valuable today because crow is certainly affirming that when we are not going through something personal at the time that's difficult or troubling, but yet we're kind of still focusing on perhaps things from the past are coming up and running through our mind, or there's this program of judging ourselves and always having this criticism running through, or criticism of others, which is truly criticism of ourselves, judgment of ourselves. What I got from this person is the intentional decision to be in joy. And again, she was just like the most light, joyful person I have met in a long, long time. And her life situation was also very different from mine. And she's had incredible experiences in her life. Pardon me. And I got the feeling that she's had this overall way of being for much of her lifetime, which has brought in these beautiful, amazing experiences into her life. And so, because there is so much frequency now that's trying to keep us small and keep us down and keep us limited, because we're in the process of growing into our expansive selves, there's no question. And so other beings that are here, are getting afraid of us being empowered and sovereign. And so there's a lot of frequency trying to hold us back. So today's tune-up is to lift us up into that light space of keeping a high vibration, because if there's nothing specific going on in our life that we need to be looking at, but we're still just kind of plodding along and wondering when things will change and waiting for things to get better, why not make it better right now? Why not step into all that we are and just embrace that this very moment and just blast all that other energy away from our experience and out of our field? And of course, in that blasting, we are offering light to everyone around us, everyone who can feel that frequency, everyone who gets to be present with us. Just like this person really touched me deeply with her joy, we can become that for others. And it'll just be like the pebble in the pond that ripples out, creating more joy in the world, despite everything that's falling apart. It's the old falling apart. It's the play happening on the stage. And you know what? I think I'll go to a different theater and watch a different play. And it's interesting. I'll share something else. I went to an art show with a few friends a couple of days ago, and I didn't realize at first that it was one of those things where you put on the goggles, virtual reality, which I chose not to do. And one of my friends told me like the virtual reality was underneath a bridge looking up. And I thought, because there was another video that you could watch without the goggles that I did watch, and it wasn't beautiful nature. It was on an island, but it was all about where they're digging up all the rocks, and they have this quarry, and it's all about this quarry digging up rock and creating these big holes in this island. And when she told me it was about viewing underneath a bridge, I thought, why wasn't it about viewing some beautiful greenery in nature? Like, what's happening that this is the art we're creating that's dark? There's no light in it. There's no life in it. And so this is another reason for us to really step into this high vibe and realize what's happening in our world, not just accept all of this lifelessness that's trying to penetrate deep into the essence of who we are. Let's come alive again and be vibrant and be joyful. And when we're in difficulty, face that difficulty and really feel it so we can lift ourselves up immediately. So I'll stop ranting and get into the light language for today, lifting us up into the highest frequency that we can hold at this time. Hushaku ikanaya koshiat kia kasanikataya koshiat kia ka. Washiat kia kaya so nikia chaka. Hashiat kia shatak esh kia naka. Maxikaya toshani ataka siktakai. Ushanakwa et koshiaku I. Maxikatakea shotakia nashatka ashkanahatka eski. Utakwa et koshia, 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 koshia. Hasnia kaya so takashia. Haksei takoshi katakia kaya sonakia shataka ashkanahatka eski. Usekaya so mashia. Usikatakia shaneha. Usekaya no takia katakia natakia saya koshani takaya na. Usekana hiya taya no siya takia shanahe takosia. Ushikaya no takia sa take. Hoshikaya no takia na se. So we're just moving old programs out, and singing actually brings another level to the activation. Singing actually carries a higher frequency than just speaking. And so singing the light language is just adding that extra layer as we clear and disperse all that frequency of interference and heaviness. Huchki anaya tashiatkia kaya sotki. Hashakwa et koshinatkia kai. Ushanatkia kasiatkia sha. Ushakwa e kotia. Maxikai toshiniaka. Ushakaya no siatkia kaya sotke. Ushakwa ia kaya no shiakwa e kanataka e skiataka ash kanataka e skia. We're just dropping new codes into the heart. Just feeling that anchor in now. As I do, it feels like a kind of like a heaviness coming into my body. It's kind of like coming more into the body. And I feel that frequency moving down. It lands in the heart. I can feel it on the shoulders, and it moves all the way down. It's moving down all the way into the earth now. And I'm just getting that part of this is being more connected to the earth. That's our home. That's our home frequency. It's like E.T. go home, and for us earthlings, it's like earth is home. And the more we anchor into it, then the more we feel that aliveness within ourselves, because she holds that for us. So we're just going to do some light language to anchor us into the fullness of the earth and connecting us more to nature, which brings our own true nature more alive within us when we do that. Hishakwa atakia kaya so nikia shatakia sa. Maksei takoshiakwa ikanai, hoshiatkia sataka eshkana. Ushakwa iya kaya no shiakwa e takoshia. Hoshiaka kea toshiaka kianai. Hushakwa e takosi kaya tosi anakia saya kosia hasinia kaya so. Hishanaya kosia kosia kosia. Tishakwa e takoshi anakia kaya so. Hishakwa atakia saya konihi. Maxikaya toshiakwa ikana. Hinat kia kaya sonia. Hushaina kot kia shaha na seit kia sashi kai toshiat ki hasinat kia shatak ashkanat eski. Hushakwa et kosh kaya nosia makshiat kia kosiat kia kaya sho. Washiat kia kaya so te sati kaya so nikia shakat ki esikot kia shat kia sa. Wow, this is so beautiful. I'm seeing this pillar of light, like, I don't know, a couple of feet on each side of our physical body, kind of closed off at the top. And this pillar of light, it's filled with the codes of this light language. And the outside, I have what I call Arabella, and it's actually on the bottom of this piece of art here. It's like writing that, it's like light language script that comes through that I was guided to call Arabella. And I'm seeing this Arabella all on the outside of this pillar of light that's being placed around us. And as that got anchored in, it was anchored all the way down into the core of the earth, so that we are fully anchored in this beautiful frequency that's being held around our field. And what I'm getting is that this frequency is going to lift us into the place where we can come to joyfulness. I'm not feeling the joyfulness yet. I'm feeling like this pillar is like a layer of surrounding us with a more neutral frequency that then can allow our own personal joy to arise in the way that's appropriate for each one of us. But keeping ourselves in this pillar will help us to be in a more neutral field, what I often call like the soup that we live in. It's like you're a noodle in the soup and nothing can penetrate the edges of you as this noodle, so that you're living in your own frequency more fully. So this is a beautiful gift that's just been anchored in here right now. And I'm just going to finish up and see if they have anything else that they want to offer for the closing of this beautiful activation that started with Crow looking at me eye to eye. It was like, I don't know, probably 6 feet from me. Huchikaya to shiakwa ikanatkia shayako. Hishakwa e tako shiatkia kaya sana. Hasikaya no shiakwa itakaya sotakia shatak esh kanahatak eskia. Hushakwa e kako siatkia kaya shotkia nata. Ikaya no shiatkia kanatki kasa. Hishakwa e tako shiatkia kasiatkia kaya. Hushakwa e tako shiatkia kaya satkia. They're saying keep yourselves in this pillar, beloveds. Like you can either do it by just tuning in and remembering what just got anchored in here, or listening to this as often as you wish to anchor in this frequency. Just zip forward to the place where this pillar of light got anchored in for us. It's like our neutral zone. It's like our pure space that then the fullness of who we are individually can rise up and then emanate out of this space, instead of the penetration of the outside world that's falling apart and all the frequency that that's creating, fear, anguish, stress. For so many people, that's going to stay outside of this pillar, so that we are walking this world in our own personal space. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks to all of you who connect with this light language and watch these videos. I know it will grow in time, and I so appreciate you, the pioneers who are here with me, anchoring this in. Sending you so much love.